Once, in the heart of a crowded city, there lived a woman named Amara. She was once the joy of her husband's life. Before marriage, Chike treated her like treasure. He promised her heaven on earth, swore she would never know pain, and called her the queen of his heart. But everything changed after she gave birth to their daughter. The childbirth left Amara's body different. She gained weight, stretch marks covered her skin, and exhaustion became her daily companion. Instead of supporting her, Chike turned cruel. He mocked her appearance. He called her names. He told her she was no longer attractive. He stopped touching her, stopped caring for her, and even stopped giving her money for food. Soon, he began bringing other women into the house, and whenever Amara complained, he beat her. At first, she endured it. She told herself it was for her daughter, Zara. But one rainy night, after another violent beating, Amara looked at her sleeping child and knew she could not continue living that way. The next morning, she gathered the little money she had secretly saved, packed a small bag, carried her daughter, and left. She rented a tiny room in a poor neighborhood. It was barely enough for 2 people. The roof leaked when it rained, and the walls were cracked. But to Amara, it was freedom. To survive, she began frying akara by the roadside, carrying Zara on her back as she sold from morning till night. Life was hard. Some days they ate only once. Some days customers insulted her, but Amara never gave up. As Zara grew older, she started school. Every afternoon after classes, she would return and help her mother at the akara stand. She studied under streetlights when there was no electricity. She wore the same shoes for years, but she remained determined. Years passed. Zara completed secondary school with excellent grades. Then, one miracle changed everything. She won a scholarship to study at the university. Amara cried tears of joy. For the first time in years, she felt hope. At university, Zara remained humble and focused. She made friends, called her mother every day, and never forgot where she came from. She graduated with honors. But after graduation, no job came. Months turned to a year. Still nothing. So she returned to the city and joined her mother at the akara stand. She never complained. She never questioned God. Instead, she kept praying. Every morning before opening the store, she would whisper, "Lord, I know you have not forgotten us." Then, one morning, everything changed. A young man dressed in torn clothes came begging for food. He looked dirty, weak, and exhausted. He went from shop to shop asking for help. People pushed him away. Some poured water on him. Others mocked him. When he reached Amara's akara stand, Zara looked at him with compassion. Without hesitation, she gave him fresh akara and water. The man ate gratefully. The next day he returned. Again they fed him. This continued for several days. Neither Amara nor Zara asked for anything in return. They simply helped because they believed kindness should never depend on appearance. Then, one afternoon, a convoy of luxury cars stopped in front of their store. Everyone in the market stared. A sharply dressed man stepped out. It was the same beggar, but now he looked completely different. He introduced himself as Daniel Okafor, the CEO of one of the biggest companies in the country. He explained that he had disguised himself to test human kindness after losing faith in people. And among all the wealthy and respected citizens, only Amara and Zara had treated him like a human being. Daniel smiled at Zara and said, "Your kindness revealed your heart. I need someone like you in my company." He offered her a high-paying position immediately. Zara began working at his company and quickly proved herself. Her intelligence, humility, and discipline made her stand out. Over time, Daniel grew to admire her deeply. What began as respect turned into love, and 1 year later, he asked for her hand in marriage. Their wedding became the talk of the city. Amara sat in the front row, tears streaming down her face. Not tears of pain, but tears of victory. As for Chike, he had lost everything. The women he chased abandoned him. His business failed. His health declined. One day, he saw Zara's wedding on television. The daughter he once ignored had become the wife of a billionaire. And the woman he abused had become the mother-in-law of one of the most respected men in the nation. Sometimes, life does not fight for you immediately. Sometimes it waits. And when it does, it repays every tear with double honor.